So I would like to make a YouTube video about this guy, about how I found him and his whole story and, you know, how he came to live with us. But yeah, that's gonna take a while, so I'll do that soon. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Justina, creator of Bohemian Magic Studios, and today I bring you a long time awaited story time. I know I've been promising you guys that follow me on Instagram and in my Facebook community, I promised you guys a story time about how I found my new little kitty cat, Pumpkin, and here he is. He is an orange little kitty cat. And we think he's an orange Bengal. He's definitely not he's not a regular orange tabby, because look at the markings on him. Like, that looks like Bengal markings to us. So we think he's part Bengal or maybe full Bengal. I really don't know, but I do know that he's not actual like tabby. He might be part tabby. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. But anyway, I really wanted to tell you guys all about Pumpkin today, how I found him, and you know how he is adjusting to new life as a house cat. So here we are. We're gonna start from the beginning. I think I found him on September 9th, so we're heading toward the end of October now, so a little over like a month and a half or so. I was driving home from work one day and I was supposed to actually go get dinner at the grocery store. So I was supposed to stray from my normal route going home and go to the grocery store, get some stuff for dinner. But in my typical Justina fashion, I got lazy and I was like, I'll find something at home, it's fine. So I ended up going the normal route that I normally go home. If I had not done that day, which I initially was not planning on, then I would not have found this little guy. And he is such a sweetie. Right? He's such a sweetie pie. He's my little sweetie guy. You're my little sweetie guy. So yeah, I was on my way home, and it's, you know, a street that I go down every single day. So I'm pulling up to this, you know, down this street, and at the end of the street is a little sewer on the corner. I typically turn left onto a busy street from there. As I'm approaching this sewer on the corner of this busy street, I see this like little like thing. It looked like maybe like I didn't have my glasses on. I'm really blind. Like not like legally blind, but like everything is just slightly blurry when it's like in the distance. So in the distance, like I like see this like little thing, like it looked like maybe it could have been a pile of leaves. I just saw orange. So I'm like approaching this sewer and I see this like little pile of maybe leaves. I don't know. But then I realized that there were like a pair of eyes looking back at me, and then it started moving. And then as I got closer, like the shape of the cat started to form, and I saw him like about to, like he was like playing on the curb by the sewer, and he was about to jump. He was like pawing at the sewer, like looking in, like he was about to jump into it. And I was like, oh no, my god, this kitty cat cannot jump into this sewer right now. And I didn't really know anything about the cat yet. It was still kind of in the distance, so I couldn't tell how old it was. I couldn't tell its condition. I really couldn't tell much about it. I just knew that I had to keep this kitty cat from jumping into this sewer. You know, sewer, there's rats in there, there's diseases down there, there's who knows what's down there. I always joke that like I saved him from Pennywise because he's the sewer kitty. We were gonna name him Georgie to begin with, but I don't know. Pumpkin was the first thing that came to mind because he's orange. We were about to get into Halloween season, and I don't know why I thought of Pumpkin as soon as I saw him. He just seemed like a pumpkin to me. But before I even named him, let's get into like, you know, how everything went down. So I see this kitty cat, I pull over, and right away, like I get out of my car and I just bend down and I'm like, come here, come here. I didn't even know if it was a girl, it was a boy, I didn't know anything. I had an idea that it was a boy because I know that in every litter there's always like an orange, when there's an orange cat, there's a tortie cat, or vice versa. When there's a tortie cat, there's also an orange cat. And the tortie is always the female and the orange cat is always the male. And I know this because I have a tortie cat, Coraline, and Coraline has a brother, Leo, who my friend Sabrina actually still has. So my friend has her brother and then I have Coraline. So I know that every litter has, not every litter, but you know, usually usually litters with a tortie cat female also have an orange cat male. And I don't know if that's the case with Pumpkin's litter or if he has any siblings. I really don't know anything else about him other than I have a rough estimation of like, you know, how old he was when he was born. So I get out of the car, I call him right over to me, and he comes right over to me, no hesitation whatsoever. So right away I'm like, this cat must belong to somebody because he's socialized. And then like I kind of observed his condition. His fur was very clean, his eyes were clear, his ears were clear, his like mouth and nose were clear. He looked like he definitely was not a stray. He looked like somebody was possibly taking care of him. So I thought for sure he had an owner, or maybe he was just somebody's indoor outdoor cat that like was just out playing or got out for too long, or you know, I don't know. I really didn't know anything about him at that point. When he came up to me, I also acknowledged how old he was, and I was like, oh my god, he's a little kitten. He was so young. He looked like an adult, like an older cat from far away. But when he came up close to me, I saw like how like precious and how like small his face was, and how like he was a little frail. You could see his ribs through his fur a little bit. So I knew that he was probably outdoors for a little bit, maybe fending for himself for a while. So I picked him up right away and I put him in my car, and I called my husband, and he was at the gym, and I was like, listen, can you FaceTime me real quick? And he was like, are you serious? Like, I'm at the gym. Like, can this wait? I'm like, no, absolutely not. FaceTime me right now. So he FaceTimes me, and he sees the cat in the back seat of my car, and he's like, are you serious? What? What's the matter with you? I was like, can we keep him? He was like, I don't know. And before we got Coraline, it probably would have definitely been a hard no, but since we got Coraline, he's kind of developed a soft spot in his heart for the kitty cats. So he kind of he didn't say no right away. He was like, how do you know he's not somebody's cat? And I was like, I don't know. So I was like, I don't want to leave him here. He's just a little kitten. Like, I don't know if, you know, he has an owner. I don't want the cars to hit him. He was right by a main road. So like literally all he had to do was take a couple steps into the street, and like he could have been hit by a car or a tractor trailer or something. Like he could have seriously been hurt if he tried to cross this street. So I was like, I can't leave him by this road. I have to do something. So I took him in my car and I brought him home for a little bit. And yeah, I had to like kind of sneak him past Coraline because like she had no idea about him up until this point. And you know, she's never really been exposed to cats other than her litter when she was really, you know, a really small kitten. But since then, the only cats she's seen is the ones, the strays that come to our back porch and eat all of our catnip in the summertime. And even though those like she's hissed at and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh my god, how is Coraline gonna react to this new cat like in her living space? So we actually have a spare room, which is gonna be Avi's office, which it has not been renovated yet. It just had boxes and stuff all over it. So I kind of took Coraline's old like jungle gyms and like some of her toys and stuff that she doesn't use anymore, and like stuff that she just grew out of. I took some of that stuff and I put it in the spare room, and I kind of just like kept him in there for a little bit until I figured out what I was gonna do. So I called my vet, Coraline's vet, right away, which is like right around the corner, and I was like, listen, I just found this kitten. Can I bring him in just to see if he's microchipped and like see if anybody owns him or anything like that? So they were like, yeah, we can do a microchip scan, just bring him by. So I brought him there right away, and they scanned him, and they were like, he's got no microchip, and he was definitely a male. He was not neutered, so no neuter, no microchip. So now I'm thinking maybe somebody just like abandoned this poor little guy. But you know, we didn't jump to conclusions yet because we still had to report him to the shelter and also the police department in my town, which we did, and they give about 3 to 7 days for somebody to come forward or like report a missing cat, which nobody did. So we did all that we could to get his vet, you know, stuff up to date. But before I'm jumping the gun here a little bit, so the vet, when I brought him in for the microchip scan, she was like, oh, he's got like some really unique markings, like he's really clean, he's got to be somebody's cat, you know. So then we did what we had to do. We reported him to the shelter and the police department. And when I talked to the lady at the shelter, she said, okay, nobody's reported any missing cat with those characteristics. So we explained all the details and stuff. She said, if anybody contacts us within 3 to 7 days, we will call you and we'll let you know. Otherwise, he's yours if you want to keep him. because they did tell us to bring him in. They're like, okay, if you found a cat, just bring him in and, you know, we'll take care of it. But I was like, actually, we would really like to, you know, house him and home him if no owners come forward. We were talking about getting Coraline a little sibling cat for a while now. We were gonna go rescue one. We did originally want to rescue a little black cat, but it didn't, you know, nothing ever goes according to your life's plan. Nothing ever happens how you expect it to, and I definitely did not expect to just find a cat and keep it, especially since there's like a lot of risks that come with bringing strays into your house, like, and we were very careful with this because, you know, we didn't know if he had anything. Like, he could have had I don't know, he could have had rabies, he could have had feline leukemia, or like the FIV virus and stuff like that. He could have had worms. He did have a very minor case of fleas. Very, very minor. So we were very careful. We kept him confined to that room for about a week or so, maybe even a little longer, until we were able to get him in for a vet appointment. And I called Coraline's vet, which is right around the corner, and they were fine with me bringing him by to get scanned for a microchip. But as far as like actually booking an appointment, they were solid booked up for like at least 2 to 3 weeks, and I couldn't get him anywhere. We spent the whole next day after we found him kind of just like calling all the vets within a 20-mile radius, and nobody had any appointments open, and it's all attributed to COVID. Appointments have just been backed up like crazy. Like, the pandemic did veterinary services no favors, and we had so much trouble finding him an appointment, and it was very miraculous the way that I found his appointment. So like 2 days after we found him, I called like early on a Saturday morning, and I was like, listen, I found this kitty cat. I really need to get him checked out. He's been confined to this room for a couple days now, and I feel horrible. Like, I know he wants to get out, but I don't want him to give my cat anything because we already have a cat in the house, and I don't want, you know, them mixing any kind of food or litter or anything until I'm absolutely certain that he doesn't have anything. So like, this was a Banfield hospital, like, I don't know, 15 minutes away, in like a couple towns over. She's like, I'm so sorry, like, we're all booked up for like the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then I was like, do you have any cancellations possibly? Like, I just really need to get this cat to get like checked out ASAP. She's like, you know what, actually, let me see. We have a client today. She never called back to confirm her pet's appointment, so let me just see if, you know, they confirm. So she called back, no confirmation. She got back on the line with me. She was like, it is your lucky day. They're not answering their phone, so we'll happily give you the appointment. It's at 4 o'clock today. So I was like jumping for joy, thanking my lucky stars that like finally we're gonna get this cat in to see somebody. So we took him in, and he came back clean. Like, his bill of health was like perfect. His lungs were clear, his like kidneys were clear. You know, they ran all the tests that they needed to run. The only thing that they found was a very, very mild case of fleas, and they gave him the little, you know, the flea medication that you put on the back of the neck. We gave him a flea bath as soon as we took him home, and then also we gave Coraline a flea bath as well, just in case. Well, not a flea bath. We gave her the Centra or the Sentry stuff you put between their shoulder blades. So hopefully that would like get rid of any other flea stuff that was hanging around that was on our clothes that maybe was jumping off when we were coming out and sitting on the couch with her, you know, because we did keep them separated, but we still, you know, we had the clothes on that we had on when we were hugging him in his little room. Then we would come out, sit on the couch. So we didn't want to risk anything. So we gave her the flea prevention stuff too. We took all the precaution that we needed to like make sure both of them were safe and taken care of during this transitional period. So we got him all taken care of at the vet. And then we were also able to schedule him for a neuter and microchip operation, since by the time that appointment rolled around, the 3 to 7 days will have already been up. Nobody came forward to claim him. If anybody did, we would have just canceled the appointment and just given them back their cat. But nobody did. So yeah, we went through with his neuter operation, and we got him microchipped. So he is now officially ours, and that's how he came to live with us. And you know, it's definitely had its moments and its ups and its downs, and they still fight. Like, he chases Coraline around a lot, and she's like 2 now, so she really doesn't You know, she just wants to kind of chill now. She's no longer a kitten anymore. She's a grown-ass woman, and she just wants to lay down and watch her, I don't know, whatever she watches over there. She just wants to lay down, and he just wants to pounce on her constantly. So it's definitely been a challenge, you know, fighting for territory, but we did make a couple breakthroughs. You know, they're able to be in the same room together. You know, the transition, but like once we brought him out of the room, things seem to be a little better. She still gets very moody, and you know, I don't know, Coraline, she's never hissed at me or Avi before we brought him into the house. So he has definitely stirred up her life a little bit and taken her out of her comfort zone. But in the long run, I think once he's an older cat, I think things will simmer down a little bit, and I think they'll mellow out. And I don't know, I think she might just be happy to have the company, because, you know, she was a lone cat for a really long time, and, you know, sometimes I would work from home and she would be very lonely, and she'd like whine for food or whine because she was bored, or, you know, she would just want to eat out of boredom. But like, I like that he keeps her on her toes a little bit. Like, you know, they chase each other around, they do wrestle, they do fight. But at the end of the day, I think ultimately, I think they're going to be good for each other, and just to have a companion, whether she realizes it's good for her or not. So yeah, so that's the story of how I found my little Punkie Pies. We call him Punkie Pies, Punk Ass. We don't really call him Pumpkin. He's usually just Punkie, or Pumpkies, or Punkie Pie, or Punkie Doos. We call them both the Doos. They are known as the Doos in this house. So it's like, okay, gotta go home, gotta feed the Doos. And he's been getting all of her hand-me-downs, so it's been really cute. We put a little Halloween sweater on him yesterday that I got Coraline last year. And when I got it for her last year, she already didn't fit in it. So he's getting all her little hand-me-downs, and it's just the cutest thing ever. I just love it so much. But so that is the story of how I found my little pumpkin king, Punkie Pie. Say hi, Punkie Pie. Say hello, he's so pretty. So at this point, he's probably about 8.5, almost 9 months. On November 9th, he will be 9 months. And I kind of estimated how old he was when I found him, because I knew about how old Coraline was when she got fixed and when she started going into heat. She was about 6 to 7 months, give or take. That's when she had her spay operation. So when I got him, he was like, you know, trying to get it on with some of the pillows that we had in his room. And I was like, he must be about 6 to 7 months, because that's about the age that they start going into heat and, you know, wanting to start humping things or spraying things. And he did spray once in there. So I was like, yeah, we need to get him fixed as soon as possible. Because like, if, you know, we are going to introduce him and Coraline, I don't want him trying to like jump on top of her and doing anything to her that she does not want done, if you know what I mean. So, oh, look at him sleeping. It's about his nap time right now. So it was very important that we got him fixed as soon as possible. So I'm really happy that we were able to do that, right? You're comfortable now? Because he was getting very irritable, because he would have these like sexual desires and frustrations that he like had nothing to take it out on except a pillow. And then, you know, if he didn't have a pillow, he would like try to bite me or Avi. Yeah. So we wanted to snip those right away, right? Yeah. You little kitty cat. But he's just such a little sweetheart. He's so chill. As much as he like, you know, wants to play with Coraline and jumps on her a lot, like he's a really pretty good cat. He did come with some food trauma, and I think that just came with, you know, him fending for himself, living on the streets for who knows how long he was living out there. I'm thinking it wasn't for long, because like I said, his condition was really good. His paw pads were basically immaculate, like baby soft. They were not calloused at all. So his condition alone was enough to tell me that he wasn't out there for long, but, you know, long enough where he was starting to have to find food, because like I said, he was a little, I'm not going to say he was completely emaciated. He wasn't completely emaciated, but you were definitely starting to see his rib cage through his fur. But now you see, like, he got so healthy we fattened him up a little bit because he's been eating so good, right? You've been eating so good. And I think his food trauma just basically came from him not knowing when his next meal was gonna be. So when we started feeding him, he was like ravenous. He would like attack the food bowl before we even got a chance to put it down. He would jump on the countertops begging for food. Like we couldn't even eat dinner because he would just be all over the table trying to like snatch up all the food. And like we were like, okay, I really hope like this isn't gonna be long term, like this food trauma, like because if he's used to being a street kitty and like just survival of the fittest mentality, then I don't know how this is gonna work out. I mean, he still goes to Coraline's food bowl, you know, when she's not there and like licks up her scraps. But like now, at least when I put her food down, he doesn't attack it right away. He knows that like his food is next. I take him into the next room and I put his food down, and then like he actually sits and he waits and he lets me put his food down before he like even approaches it. So he's come a long way with his food trauma, and we were trying to just be very patient with him and work with him on, you know, getting over those fears surrounding food, and unfortunately not knowing when his next meal was going to come from, and just getting him on a schedule with along with Coraline's schedule, I think has helped tremendously in breaking through those I guess mental traumas he had around not knowing when his next meal was going to be. And that made me so sad. Like, look at this little face. That somebody possibly abandoned him. It makes me so unbelievably sad, but it makes me so happy to know that like we're able to give him a good loving home, and you know, give him all the pets and all the foods and all the kibbies and all the treats, right? Yeah, that's your tail, baby. That's your tail. So that is basically everything that I have to say about little Punkie Pies right here. If you guys have any comments or questions, definitely let me know. Yeah, I kind of just felt like I did what I had to do, and I felt like I found him for a reason, and there was a reason that, you know, I decided not to go to the store that day, you know? Maybe I'm his angel, maybe he's my angel. I don't know, but either way, I think it's safe to say that he loves his new home. He knows he's loved, and it makes me want to cry. He knows he's loved, and he knows he's gonna get what he needs to survive. And he's just so loved, and I'm just so happy that we saved him. Punkie Pie, Punkie Pie, Punkie Pie. Can you give me a high five? High five. Good boy. Oh, you giving kisses? You giving kisses? Oh, you giving the bites? You giving the bites? Yeah. Oh man, now I'm crying.
Don't cry, Mama. I love you.
You're so cute. Stop being so cute. See, this is why I couldn't leave him on the street. Look at his face. Can I have a huggy? Alright guys, that is all for today. I just really wanted to tell you the little story about my little punky doodles here. Ow, that's my head. That's my head. Can you please get your paw out of my head? Thank you. Okay, stop it. No. He is a little nippy. But that is all. I just wanted to tell you the story of my little punky doodles here. And yeah, we saved him. And he is so very loved. So say bye, Punkie. Say bye. You has fans. Meow. Who has fans? He likes giving bites and kisses. Alright. Okay. So I will see you guys back on my channel very soon. Ow, you're hurting my arm. Ow! He's rabbit kicking me now. Okay. Okay, you're done. Alright, so I will see you guys back on my channel again very soon. And thank you so much for all your comments and questions and love surrounding little Punkie Pies. Yeah, we are so excited to be able to, you know, give him a new home and give him all the love and care that he needs, and all his veterinary needs have been met. It's gonna take it one day at a time. Him and Coraline, we know it's not gonna be an overnight process for them to, you know, fall in love with each other, if that ever even happens, but at least we got them to the point where they can kind of coexist. Granted, Coraline is a little on edge right now most of the time, but hopefully as he gets older that will calm down a little bit. I think she's just so on edge because she knows that she's gonna get pounced on every few seconds of the day, but hopefully with time that calms down. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other comments or questions about Punkie or about, you know, anything else on my channel, or if you guys have an idea for a video that you'd like to see on my channel, definitely let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to make that video for you guys. By the time you see this, Halloween will probably already be over. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my Instagram feed for more stories. I post regular stories of these kitty cats on my Instagram stories pretty regularly. So much so that I actually polled my audience and asked them if they get annoyed by the kitty cat content. I think there was maybe one person that said that they didn't like the cat content, but that person, you can just defriend me because you know, I'm not gonna stop posting kitty cat content. I'm obsessed with these guys. They're my fur babies. They're my babies, you know? And now I get it. I get why people, you know, can't stop posting pictures of their kids on Facebook. Because I'm an obsessed cat mom. What can I say? So follow me on Instagram for more cat content, basically. But that's all for today. I'll see you guys very soon. Stay magical. Check out BohemianMagicStudios.com for more tips and tricks on how to live a magical life, and Patreon.com/BohemianMagicStudios for printables and magical witchy resources and content that you can add to your own book of shadows. Look, he's sleeping. He's sleeping on my mail. Why do I spend money on cat beds and cat toys? They just sleep on packages and cardboard boxes. That's all. Bye, guys. Trying to meet your big sister? What's the matter with Punkie? Go say hi. Go say hi, baby. Oops is not having it.
High five. No. High five.
Oh, double high fives.
High five. Pound.
Good girl. She's showing off. She said, Pumpkin, you have to learn these things.
Can we dance? Good girl.
Good girl.
Paul.
Good girl, Boopy.
Yeah, he barely has me.
Yeah, because he's not doing, he doesn't know any of Coraline's fancy tricks. Right, baby? Oh, Pumpkin. Cute. Boopy, teach Pumpkin some tricks.
Now you're getting greedy.
He's gonna need a little work. But at least there's no hissies right now. That's a big step. A lot of progress. I'm proud of you, Boopy.
High five. Good
Oh,
boy.
he did! Got that on camera. That's his first high five. Oh, good boy, Pumpkin.
High five.
Oh my God, he got that just by watching her. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's smart. He is so
High five.
smart. Good boy. Oh my God, that's so funny. Poopy looked at him for 2 seconds and she laid back down. Oh my god. They're kind of snuggling. So cute. Alright guys, be good, I love you.
Hey everybody! Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you like this content, please be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you so much for supporting my mommy's videos on her YouTube channel. We'd like to thank all of our patrons for making this content possible. Megan Baker, Dee Carubia, Michelle Zeman, Rachel Carter, Shelley Hitch, Kelsey Wood, Caitlin Morris, Heather Johnson, Jessica Frunrath, Jen Reichley, Emma McLaughlin, Vivi Weisbrella, Kelly Skelly, Vincent Carubia, Krista Rimmer, Gina Maria Clark, B. West, Grace Felton, Jennifer Lee, Casey Florals, Kendra Hesketh, Jana Corbell, Paige Bellini, Lady Raven Moon, Ashley McSevney, Serenity Angel 18, and Shelley Fry. Now, as much as I am grateful for all of you supporting this channel, I'd really appreciate it if you let me go back to sleep.
You can join me on my creative journey at patreon.com/Bohemian Magic Studios and join my $1 printables tier where you can download and print your own adorable Coraline and Pumpkin Moon Kitty sticker.